I can feel I'm changing. I don't know if I'll ever go back. All the ways that you make me, build me up on the things I lack. I don't ever wanna lose you now. 'Cause I don't think I'll make it here without. 'Cause it's you and only you. 'Cause it's you and only you. I don't know where the time goes, just flies when I hold you close. In my arms with your eyes closed, for the first time I've got hope. I don't ever wanna lose you now. I don't think I'll make it here without. I don't ever wanna lose you now. I don't think I'll make it here without. 'Cause it's you and only. Because it's you and only you.
Alright, guys, welcome. Today we have a new stream type. Oh, it's not technically new, we did it before. But last time, we only did half of the Minecraft world. So today, we're gonna do. Also, my VM model may look newer. That is because I hate to completely reboot the model. So, here we are in the world of my Minecraft world. These computer operating systems are still going strong on these traffic lights here, but you may notice something new. We have some new frames on them. That's because this will be opening up as soon as we connect it to the exit ramp and get the exit ramps painted and all that lines. That's still a long ways away. So for now, they're just operating in the way they were operating this whole entire time. Just instead of the lights staying red on half of them. Over here, we got a new intersection done. Well, actually, this intersection's been here, but the lighting has officially been completed, which means that now we have the new lights right here. Right here. Down here is where all the magic happens still. Though a lot of my red light scripts have changed, so you will get to see that momentarily. We still have the flashing mode stuff and all that for starting up and all that, but most of it has changed. We're also getting rid of a lot of the telephone poles and stuff like that because we just no longer need them. Alright, anyways, we got a new red light over here that we have to work on. The construction's still going on that road, so we're going to get the end road extends there. But anyways, we got some work going on over here in Roxville, over here. And you may notice this intersection has pools put up. Now you may be wondering, is it going to be faster? No, actually it's going to be a red light system. So we're going to go ahead and get that hooked up now. can go ahead and do one bulb of each. And go ahead and start installing these frames. There we go. One frame installed. Now we have to do the rest. There we go. This is a pretty basic intersection at the moment, but down the road it may even be expanded if it finds itself to be more busier than it is now. But if you wonder what I mean by busy, I'm using my mind here, pretending there's traffic, and the traffic is getting worse at this intersection, so it needs to be a red light. That's how I do this road. That's how this road gets done. This road will be releasing soon with a relatively mod pack to go with it that you guys can use and work on it on your own and do your own pretends, or even put it to a server or whatever, and roleplay whatever you want to do with it. So, anyways, we got this red light up. Now, we just gotta program it here. Before we can program it, we must make space for the programming. I'm gonna go down here. I'm just gonna give myself some space down here, and then dig myself way up. Okay. Now we're gonna head to our microcontroller. Also, I want to talk to you, as I'm thinking about making this a bridge. Here, and going straight past these trees, making a bridge over, and go across. Then what I'm thinking about doing is, if you remember, we had a road here in the past. I'm thinking about bringing that down, turning it this way, and coming into that road and ending there with a stop sign on both sides. Because we never deleted this intersection fully on this side. I kind of kept it here, the road closed sign. So I think it'll be a good idea to go ahead and just connect it. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll get the rest of the red light. I'm also going to leave some room for new gravel, because I'm starting a new thing now where I'll do a gravel. Actually, because I can. We're at the half point. That's what I'm doing now, is figuring out where the half point is. Because what I want to do is make half the block grass, half the block gravel. Oops. Here we go. So that looks, if you've been around the streets lately, you'll notice a half gravel street has been appearing on the sides. And then I'm also going to start something new here with the stop sign by moving it over one and making it double. You know, it can stay there. But I am going to double the height. All my signs are going to be double the height eventually. It's the plan. Which can be written for certain mechanisms and stuff like that. So I'm going to do the stop sign from my pack here. Say stop. There we go. So now it says full stop. We're set. So yeah, so this gravel looks like they placed gravel then paved over the gravel. That's the whole point of it. And it's just leaking over a little bit because it's not fully even. Which adds a little bit of a gravel shoulder, making this shoulder a little bit bigger. I'm gonna start doing that on all my roads. Now, corners are gonna be the fun part. Because I'm actually changing my road designs a bit here. Right. Because I have a specific road design for turns. So turns are gonna be the hardest one, but that shouldn't be too hard for me to do. For now, I'm just gonna go all the way around to where I think I want it to turn, and then turn it. You should also reconnect this house as well. That got disconnected when I disconnected that first one road. So that should help a lot. And this gets it even level with that upping there as well, which is nice. Alright, now we just have to disconnect the other side and then clear out all this dirt. Now we are gonna close this side road here. To through traffic. Even though it doesn't really matter, it's dead end anyways at the moment. Which actually won't be for long once we get all the work done that we need to work on here. So we're gonna head and send this down. Tree, you can go away. It's actually gonna connect to this dead end over here. You can kind of see the style here that we're going with. It's going to continue down that way, and then I'm also going to continue these stripes down. Now this part over here would be closed right after this intersection. There we go. We have officially a road closure. Down here as well. Alright, that road closure we're just going to put up here as well for now because we are doing some road work down there. There we go. That way, whoever lives here, if you come down this way through the trees, lives here, can still get to their house, but not get into the construction site that's currently happening. Yeah, we're gonna head down here again, and we're just gonna head and come out into the road. I did not mean to delete that. That's to stay. Let me get around here. There we go. So we have a new road marked out. Now he's got to get the lines in and pavement in. Now what I'm going to do is do the gravel first. The gravel part's going to get hard on the turn. Like I said, after I'm done with this, I'm going to head and do the turn part. So for now, it's just going to look a little weird, but like I said, once I'm done with the road, it will look nice. There we go. This is about probably the boringest part ever is placing down roads, but this is what this map has been. Is placing down roads. It's actually quite fun for me, but I can understand if you guys would be. Get, make it. Pigs. Just get in the way. Come. Good place. If you don't know what I'm using, it's Chisel Bits. That's the mod that allowed me to do this gravel, half gravel, half grass. And I still take only one gravel block, but it's now acting like a Chisel Bit item. And I'm actually head here and get some gravel. Actually, what I can do is make that a full gravel block again. Then there we go. I just do a corner like that when it meets up with another road. And I'm going to do the same here, except we're actually going to get rid of this. There we go. So now it lines up perfectly with the roadway. Okay. Let's see here. I mean, if you have any questions about my map too, feel free to ask. I don't care. I'll try to answer them the best I can. Yeah, that's not gonna work for that corner. This one needs a... Okay. We're about reaching the end here of this road again, or where we actually started it. It actually ends up really looking really good with the gravel edging. Like I said, I'm actually gonna make this look like it's a brand new paved road here as well in this intersection. Might as well. One, two, 5 row. Now it just looks like it's nearly paved. The intersection was just laid since the old one. Which looks nice. I'm actually gonna do the same thing over here as well. There we go. Gravel is placed. Now we just gotta put the sidelines in, focus on that one turn, and we can do that. But first, I'm gonna head and fill all this in. Okay, that turn will change actually. So what we're gonna do real quick is go ahead and get the turn. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Now what we're doing now is bring the shoulder down. Right, and since last time, I don't think this was here the last stream actually. No, it wasn't. This is all new. Right here, well, the bridge was here. This road actually was out here though. At the time, that's right. So you don't know why that road is ended. That road was ended because I decided to extend 77 down this way more. So since the bridge was there, made an exit ramp and everything. Now the only difference with this one compared to that bridge is there's no entry to southbound. So northbound will have an entryway here and exit here. This only has an entryway, no exit. Back on. But if you want to come on, you have to come to I-17 South. Go to the next available exit when it opens. Get you turned around. Then come down this way and take exit. I think it's 0B, I would like to say. 0A. You want to take 0A and go down to 77. Because 0A is 77 South. And then to 77 North, you just take exit 0B, and then, which is 17 US 17, and then come down this way and take that. So that's how that works. That's pretty much the change that the most major change I did so far. And obviously, this is still being worked on to add the ramp for 77 northbound. And my sandpack got a few updates as well, which wasn't in the last week. Sandpacks weren't a thing at the time, so. But yeah, and then of course there's new lights getting ready to be put up when 77 North is ready to be opened. Anyway, back to doing what we were doing. We're gonna head and get to like the halfway point here. I'm gonna stop here because I'm gonna clear my inventory. Okay. Yes, actually, off stream too, I bounce around like this across projects across the road. Cause if you take this way down this way real quick, because I need to go down that way. Anyways, I've been throwing away, but I might as well show you one of the other projects that are currently in the works for a relay installation as well. So if you watch one of my update videos. You remember that this was a flasher system. Now it actually has a red light installation, but it's still just flashing. The red light hasn't been programmed yet. But when it does, it will work like a charm. This is what I'm thinking about doing as well for new projects too, like that one. Is once it's ready to be installed, we'll start putting the lights into flashing mode. And then after a few bits of time, it will actually go into normal mode. I think that's a good way to show that it's a new traffic light. But anyways, over here now, to where the turn is. We went the most. I like that we're going the same direction. Otherwise, I would have to do the whole entire direction system. So we're gonna take this, and this. Yeah, they're all the same. All the way across. And then we can take our end connection piece on this piece. We're gonna start with this little sliver and work our way around. I don't have a teleporter there. But it's okay, because we slide down this way, we'll hit our new red light system. sees me better. Okay. Alright. We're back over here now. So we're gonna set the turn here. There we go. Now we're connected. Now, you may have noticed that we don't have gravel anymore. That's okay. Because what I can do is get this. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm incrementing one up every time to make it the same length all the way up. You may have noticed I ran out of space, but it's okay because actually what I should, yeah, I'm just gonna replace this. I'm gonna do something different. This is gonna be a multi-block block. So I'm actually gonna go from here and do it. Get the same length, but then all the way come up. I'm also gonna continue going down this way towards nothingness. And actually what I should do is act like it's the end of the line. You can see now I can also do all that will come up to it. And in reality, we should have a connection solid. Oh yeah. So we may not even need two different blocks here because I'm gonna test this. But from my understanding, these are within one block. This requires precision, but it's worth it because it gives it a more realistic feel. So now actually it's even all the way around. actually the same size gravel. Just shortened a little bit because obviously it's a turn. But anyways, because I wanted to test it, we're actually yeah, it's just the turn. It's affected, which is good because now it works on both sides. So I do need to make something for that though. But you see how I'll solve that here in a minute. So it's still a two-piece block. It's just for multiple purposes. So if we actually continue the gravel this way, where it's going up one block, it will connect smoothly. So now we also have the small piece that we need. I'm gonna go ahead and paste that there so it continues. So there. So now we got a nice smooth piece with gravel going across as well. That's a turn. Makes the turn nicer and smoother actually than that 90. And it's more realistic because it's rounded instead of a square shape, which is nice. This is where Tree Jump Bits actually comes in handy for doing my lane markings. I'm sure you could do this with other tools, but this does a lot better than that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clear my inventory. Once again. Because now we also got to do the other side and make that turn. And finish filling it in. So we head back over this way. Using the long travel method here. I also planning on doing some train track things, but there won't be any trains going across them. It'll just be on timers, like during certain times of the day. It'll be during random lengths of time. It will mimic a train coming, however, without doing with trains. I will put the tracks over the road though to make it more realistic, but other than that, it's just gonna be the way it is. Now, this is where it gets hard. Because you want it to be even across all lanes like this. I like this length personally. So what we're going to do is take from where we first copied. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 blocks over. We're going to cut from here. What now you want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to do all the way up to the next starting point. And then, once again, copy the two things, and copy the ending point. The ending point should line up perfectly with the other side if you did it right. I'm going to grab this. We'll go ahead and grab this again. And we'll head down there, because the gravel piece is over there, so we head back down this way at a slight angle this time. Getting over these trees. Okay, that's better. Alright. What we're going to do real quick So I'm gonna expand this down just slightly. Then count here. Though I know where to end. I'm gonna go all the way down though. Wherever we don't connect, we be deleted. So we're gonna take it from this turn, like we did over there. And I don't remember the count. Oh man, I should have typed that in chat. We can go down there and count again. Oh boy. If you don't get the count correctly when you put in that center lane, it's gonna behave weirdly. And then we also have to count for the center lane as well. I'm gonna remember to put that into chat as well. Okay, if you go down here. You just have to count with filling it in instead. So this is where the starting point is. I believe. Yeah, that's the starting point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the next starting point. There we go. So 8. So I'm gonna go 8 down from this starting point down to the other starting point. So technically it's 9 blocks total, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can cut on the starting point. Go down this way until it connects. Now we're connected. So all we have to do now is separate these somehow. Oops, that's what I meant to do. To do on the outer layer. Okay. And we can remove this layer of roadway because it's no longer needed. And also we can fill in this roadway as well. There we go. Now we have a turn. A slight angle. All you've left now is to grab this and grab this. And then connect these up properly. Actually, I should use these instead, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. So now we have that turn done. We should do the center lanes now after we're done with the side lane markings here. We're gonna just mark this all the way down this way. But you can kind of see how that turn is. The blindness of it, I know it's not even. It's hard to get an even turn, but it will do and work. It's It's really hard to get that 90 turn to be even and straight and all that in Minecraft. It's just a road of blocks. So, but it works. Okay. Now we just gotta finish the stripe lines and then we can do the center lane markers. Okay, so for these turns, I actually use a special thing for these angle ones right here, which is this. Make it look smooth and all that. Actually, we can use this gravel bit here. We could do that, like that, and actually make it look a little bit more even. Now actually looks way better than what we had before actually. Because now there's a little bit of slip in case they go over the line, and then they can turn into the road. Making a nice even intersection. Actually, there's a flaw in this road, if you've noticed. The roadway is supposed to be 3 blocks wide. But instead it's 2 blocks wide. So we need to fix that. We need to move. I'm going to move this one over because we have that one. So that means this whole entire shoulder here is messed up, which is what messing with us. But it's okay because we can do move it over. There we go. You know what? I might as well remove the rest of this pavement as well. Up to here. Tree, you can go away. I always hate these trees. They're like combined together weirdly. We need to get that dramatic trees mod in and start placing those instead. So I place these trees way too close to each other. So they're all mangled in with each other. That should allow the front half to break apart, I guess. If not all of them. Anyways, that should fix our problem now. With that road being too long, I think that's what it was. It's like, oh, longer than it did on the other path. But anyways, finish this project here. And we're also going to do the gravel thing going down this way, since this will be a newer road. We're going to stop here at the end of the line though. This is where we're going to want to change the design of that one turn though. Which means it should line up right. Alright. As long as we start from this side, we should be fine. This means I need to go one up more to cover it, but we don't need to do the others. The others, it's actually perfectly lined. That's why it's uneven. Yes, I believe from now as well, everything is a 3-block radius road now, so we should be good there as well. I think it was either last stream or the stream or a video, but for last stream, the road was still not complete yet. It was completely uneven. Oh, there's a cow there. So we're definitely getting this roadways done here. We're reopening this roadway as a newer roadway, but still be considered the same name, I guess. It just won't go across the freeway. It'll just go to here, and then that road will cross the freeway. But there won't be an exit ramp on that road, though. Okay, real quick, I am gonna stop there for a second, because I am gonna fill in this path here for a second. Then clear for a second. In place. Easy fix. Just needs to be continued down a little bit longer. Then this should fix the whole uneven patch. That turn. Now this turn should be even again. There it goes. That looks a little bit better. Is this road 2 blocks or 3 blocks? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, good. 3 blocks. I meant it was changed before. Okay. I was wondering that, because if it was deleted before I did the 3-block thing, that would explain it. But no, I knew I think I did it before because I needed it done, so I did it. Okay. Anyways, there we go. Now the turn is even with itself. So what we have to do now is complete the sideline over here. Well, that was fun, that's for sure. Now the center lane is going to be a little bit difficult and will require precision to be done. So I need to go at a certain length on the current center lanes, and then I can move my way around the frame here and get it done. are good. I deleted enough tree branches that a majority of the branches are no longer over the roadway. Anyways, that looks awesome here at this intersection as well. And I'm gonna do one thing though. That's called delete the center stripe here. Change it into regular cement. One, two, three, dig. Alright, this should be 1, 2, 3 as well. Yep. Now center stripes needs to be done specially now because I am starting to do what it's called passing zones and non-passing zones. So we need to create some passing zones. I haven't done the signs yet. I will do signs eventually. The only time it doesn't need to be a passing zone is something like this or something weird where it's only going to be a short period of time before you run into a stop or whatever and it has a chance of backing up. But if I have space for a passing zone, I'm going to do it. That looks way better than what I was doing, actually. As you can see here, it's taking real life here. This is a passing zone on both sides. This is only passing zone on this side, but not this side. And same for over there. It's this side, but not that side. And then double solid means no passing from either side. Which is because we got a turn here. And turns, it would not be good to do. Now I'm only going to go up to where I think it's going to end. Around. There we go. Turns, it would not be a good idea to go ahead and have someone passing. Now for here, I don't have enough space for a full-on passing zone, so what's going to end up happening is, we're going to do that up real quick. We're going to remove this. I'm going to go ahead and add the barrier here. And remove these counts because they're not needed. Because we got the two recluse and means you can't enter the zone. We also have a sign here that says recluse head with the right arrow sign. And we need to make signs that say next, left, and stuff that goes on top of the construction signs, which I haven't done yet, so. But yeah, that's what I need to do. Right now we're just missing that. So this would stay a solid one all the way down. Yeah, to where I think where it's gonna start should be right about here. Okay, so now we're going to go back down to that one term where we have all the pre-existing markings at. You can kind of see how this is going to just turn that way and connect. Now real quick, I am going to do some signage before I forget, because this is important. I'm just going to head and start placing down a stone base. Actually, instead of a stone base, let's do something here. Okay. Let's do a concrete base around the sign. There we go. I'm not going to round it out because the squares are totally fine with me. And then we actually go to the stop sign. Do the same thing actually, except different. Even if it's at an angle, it fills up. No, how many bucks? 2 out. So we go 1, 2. Now if there's a sign on a turn like this, even out and match across the board. And there we go. That's what I like about Chisel Bits. You can actually add details like the sign is hooked up into a cement pad. Not a full-on square, but a pad. So it makes things like this look really awesome. We're just going to add a signage here. Again, it's a warning sign, but I can go over here. And then it's going to be an angle there. There we go. This is not a sharp turn like we had original. Now, if we can't do this kind of turn, we have to do a sharp right. It would be that sharp right turn sign with a speed variator, which I need to actually create signs for again because those were nice to have, and I don't have them right now. It goes under the yellow signs and tells you like 10 miles per hour and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about editing it a little bit to where you can rate your own speed. And I'm also thinking about doing the speed limit sign as well for the useful sign pack, because that needs to be done. Anyways, now what we just gotta do is do the turn. Alright, and speed limit signs. Let's go ahead and do one on each beginning entryway. We don't need it all the way across yet. So we're gonna do one speed limit sign here. I'm gonna say it's 25 down this road. And yes, I'm getting better about signage in this road. I do need to go around the road at some point and put up signage, though, because most of the road here doesn't have a sign yet. Again, 25 miles per hour. Then we're also going to put a sign here that says stop ahead. Stop ahead. There we go. And I need to get that other piece, but I'm also going to put a stop sign ahead there as well. So I'm getting way better about the signage here on these roads. Because if you remember seeing my past videos, signage was not as strong as it should have been. There we go. This road is a brand new road, has brand new signage and everything so far. I'm gonna head and grab this. here because we also need to put a stop sign down here as well. So let's go ahead. Make sure you go back to this style. Cause as cool as this just makes more sense. Actually, that won't be the thing on this. There we go. Back to normal. Okay. Then we can put up the stop sign. Custom stop sign because it's bright red instead of darker red. There we go. This road officially has more signage than any road has ever had. And what I'm doing is just doing a few charge ups before I put in that one turn, so I can just open it up after the third turn. So, okay, we're gonna put in the stop text here. We're gonna add an arrow. Boom, boom, and boom. We're set. We have the 4-way there. I mean, all 3 ways. This can go. Actually, it would be like that. If anything, there we go. Because there's only 2 directions you go on this road. Now here you can go this way, or you can go this way. Just 2 there. And here, let's go over this way. There we go. Now we have everything hooked up. This intersection as well. Now we can come down this way. Now I can't place that under that for now. So what I'm actually gonna have to do is move this back by 2. Then I can actually bring this back by 2. There we go. Then this can have one there be added, and this can also have one be added. Now I need to grab these and reinstall them. And there we go. So, signage is really getting better here. And then I really like the whole stop sign thing. A little close still because it's not finished. But the signage is looking awesome along this road though. I mean, there's not many on this road yet because it's still a brand new road, so there's not much here to really warn about. But we do have stop the heads and stop signs and all of that. Signs hooked up, plus their new cement post. So it's really starting to get a more realistic feel to it here as well, which is nice. Alright, so what we're gonna do is now go ahead and get the final touches. Then we can get these lights flashing tonight as well, maybe. On this stream. If not, oh well. Okay. So we're gonna start from the starting point here. So we go straight from the starting point and go here. And start from here. 1, 2, 3. Then the start. Start with this block. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the ending block as well. Okay. So this one's gonna be a little bit harder because it's dealing with a center stripe, and the center strip needs to be even across. So I'm gonna delete this block. Let's get the number for myself as well. So this is from the starting point. So 1, 2, 3. This time it's only 3. If you're wondering what the red lines are, that's state borders. The state is oddly going around that way and up, so in case you ever wondered, that's what that is. Here's the starting point. So 1, 2, 3. Then it starts. And there we go. One dot. That's all that's missing is one dot. There's the one down the corners. Sometimes it consists of multiple blocks in one section. There we go. So the turn is done now. So this part can officially be reopened. Yay. We're gonna delete this, and this. So now instead of going over that way weirdly, it just turns in and comes down to this road now. Basically creating a way for more home ski attached, but also at the same time staying away from the freeway. We can also reopen this road because it's now officially going to be open to the public. Now this dead end is no longer a thing, but however, we can make it a road closed ahead sign. Because technically the road is closed up ahead. We're also going to add a few new signs to it as well, using the same sign mechanic that we have recently started using. So up here, what we're going to do is go here. So delete some of these leaves. Because these trees are super narrow, so I can just come down, but I can't. I'm going to add a simple sign. If I have that sign. There we go. That's the only side we're going to add it for now because status doesn't have far enough distance yet for it. But now people will know that there's an intersection coming up and all that, which is nice. So we're really getting better about these signage, which is what we needed a long time ago. Okay, now I just need to create the microcontroller so I can do the flashing mode properly. I need to figure out what drive is it. I think it's this one. This one. I think. Yeah, it's this one. So it would be just 3F9. 3F9. There it is. I'm going to go home, BIOS. This is the microcontroller. We're going to use 456 for 455 for the port. So it's going to switch it to 455. And then we're set. Real quick, I'm going to explain this to you, because I already got to explain this last video. I should. We have a script here for the microcontroller. It communicates via the modem component, and a redstone card. It will take the redstone card and output a signal to all the redstone equipment, such as bundled equipment. We'll be using its bundled wires. Then it takes this port to open it when it turns on. So you have to turn it on for the first time, then turn it back off. But yeah. So this sets the wake up message to be on, which my scripts will use. And then we'll wait. True do, blah blah. Then what we'll do is pull a signal from the microcontroller from 455 that contains information on the computer side. And then make a beep when the signal is received. And if on equals off, then computer shut down false. So that tells it to just go ahead and shut down the microcontroller. That's when I was doing power stuff, but I stopped doing power stuff because the power would just keep disconnecting on me, so I stopped doing that. So that's not even part of the script anymore. But I just kept it in there for now. Alright, set bundled output. What it does is it takes aside a color group, and then the state of the color. And I believe, oh yeah, we can see it here. So we have a broadcast for M, colors pink, 0, and so forth. So that's all it does in the BIOS. But we changed the BIOS now. All we need to do now is go ahead and get a card now. Find open computers here. And we just get it. Not a Lua BIOS, but a blank BIOS chip. Because microcontrollers are just BIOS, which is particular. It's weird, but I'm not gonna question it. I might have to override this Lula one. I can't find the. There you go. There's the big one. Okay. So I'm gonna flash browsers. I'm gonna type Y, continue. And we're gonna name it 455. I don't know the intersection name, so it's gonna call it 455. We're done. That's the port of this microcontroller. Now we just need to disassemble an old microcontroller that has all the parts already attached. That one doesn't have a microcontroller yet. I haven't fixed that intersection just yet, but these do. So this would be a perfect spot to go ahead and get a. I started doing microcontrollers because we are doing servers now. Now, if it wasn't for the server, I could just put the computer down below and then have the computer operate the redstone signal and have the monitor above ground. But I'm doing server style, so we actually need the microcontroller to do so. So we'll just disassemble that. Should have everything back in normal condition. We'll take this high BIOS, remove it, and import this 455 BIOS, which has my microcontrollers have a central processing unit, tier 1, a tier 1.5 RAM, a network card to communicate to the network, and a redstone card. That's the case tier 2. So that's what my things consist of, in case you were ever wondering. Oh, I didn't have to go that far. I had a microcontroller, but I'm just going to replace with that to make sure. Okay. Anyways, now that we have the microcontroller built, we're going to start building this traffic light here. Oh yeah, when I go straight as well with the bridge, some of this will be deleted. As if I also had to stop the power because obvious reasons. Okay. So now that we have the microcontroller, we can put the microcontroller down here. We'll place it here. Like that. Here. Okay. I clear out that microcontroller now. Now, bundled wired redstone is important here for this. Go to Project Red and go ahead and get some bundled cable. Let's put it behind there. So when that turns on, we're good. Now, we're not using this to control the whole entire traffic light. We're actually going to use the new traffic control 1.0 stuff. But before, I would have used a bundled wiring system before 1.0.0 came out. So I'm just going to continue to use that for the flashing mode, because that's just easier than having to deal with traffic control sometimes. We turn it on, it will connect to that and move its way around. So this microcontroller is hooked up. So we go ahead and get cabling. Bring it down to here. We're also going to head and hook it up to a power converter. And then I'm going to head and search for a creative cell and place that there. So that will power up the both computers just fine. Now we do want to get this light up and running in flashing mode now. So this is how it works. You put a control box there. When it's on, it's in flashing mode. Now we need to figure out north and south are secondaries. So actually they will be flashing red. This one will be flashing yellow. On turns, of course. Whatever. So now all we have to do is do a special repair. So this would turn on every time it starts. Now the first script put into the system is not a full-on script yet. It's not enabled. It's actually just going to keep ending. You see that in a minute. Okay. So we have everything paired to down here. Now this is going to be pushed to the wire of, since we normally are using all the wires, or we can actually do just wires for what we feel like we need. I'm just going to do it to red because that's the easiest to remember and type in. And then all I need to do is go down to redstone here and get a repeater to repeat that signal down into the control box. Ooh. Detail. Let's look at the detail of this. I love open computers. I really do. Most of my red lights, actually all my red lights here are now ran off of open computers. except ones that flat. Except flasher bulbs, of course, because I like using the control box for that because it's just easier. Anyways, there we go. So now the computer can tell the microcontroller to tell it to flash. When it's off, it just turns off the lights. So when it's off, when this turns off, you actually see that the power gets disconnected. So it's actually important that it stays on. So we will be doing a loop. Okay, so now I just need a rack case. So we're just gonna go to open computers here. And find a rack. There we go. We have a rack. The rack needs a few things: a terminal, running a tier 3 server, and also a disk drive. Put this drive down here. Terminal server there. And it's gonna run OpenOS, of course. Okay, so now we have all the parts that we can put into our server. We need a network card. I like to do a RAS network card now because you see why eventually. So each server is going to get a certain script soon. I mean, I might have a few that's in works. That's already working with this script. It's where it can be radically controlled. It can be shut down, started, stopped, and all of that. It's not fully hooked in yet, so it's not ready for it. I'm going to get the Lua BIOS installed. We're going to head and give it a hard disk tier 3. We're going to give it a good size machine processing unit. And then give it some good RAM. We're running in dual channel mode. Okay. We don't need a redstone card in here. I'm trying to figure out all that we have inside our servers for the traffic lights. It would be nice if you stayed up there, Mike. Please, thank you. Okay. There we go. That should be better. It won't be bumping to my head now. The same way. Okay, let's see here. So we need a traffic light control card as well. I need to pull that from traffic control. And then a graphics card. And I think that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get a graphics card real quick. And then I'll pull. Okay. Now this is where it becomes important to remembering where things are and what numbers we have. So west east will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then north south will be 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and link all the north, west, and east first so they get into their proper numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this can be put into the control box. The server. And the server can now be attached. Now, before we can start the server, we need to find a... Well, actually, we need to start it because we need to install it, but... I got my terminal from over there. Yes. Okay, so now it's ready for the official scripting. We can actually go ahead and remove that, because that's not going to need it. And now we have a traffic light box. Now this can hold multiple servers. Technically, you can even have the servers communicate with each other throughout the network. So if like, let's say you want one server to handle west-east direction, you can. One server to handle north-south, but then one processing unit server. One that actually tells what server to do what. You could. You really could do that. So each server can handle like north and south directions on the microcontroller or whatever you want to do. Anyways, oh, I forgot to put you guys together. So what we did, we just got the server installed. We have. I'm really bad about switching my screen, by the way. I'm gonna have to get better about that for you guys. But anyways, we got the Redstone wireless card, graphics card, traffic control card, which is linked, and all that in the server. We got this and this now left. And then on the ground, if I can find it, there, we have the microcontroller. I'm actually gonna keep that open because I keep things open for now. But I will get something to block those eventually, like I did at the one controller. Anyways, we got the power down here, the microcontroller, which has already been turned on and ready to go. And then we have this. Okay, let's go ahead and launch to code again. First, let's figure out what driver I'm doing with. For EF. Should be the brand new drive anyways, but for EF. So we go back to other here. And find for EF. Should be in here. I may have to reload though. More traffic. Light. Oh, let's just call it traffic. Lula. Now this doesn't have my new script. I'm gonna find. I have an intersection that uses the new script 100% now, so I just want to find it. I like to say it's no, it's not this. Yeah, it's this one. This one kind of loses the new script. So you know what uses the new script? I think it is that one over there. Because I think I redid it where it uses both. Because that's what we need. We need both. And it does flash when it first turns on. And I think I had to redo it because it broke. No, script broke. And I needed to redo the whole entire script to match. And it does have certain things that still works. Oh, there it is. Because I think it uses it for these. So which was that? Easy 4. You guys can't see what I was talking about because I didn't switch it, but for Easy 4. Oh, let's see that. Oh, Easy 4. That makes sense. Easy 4. There we go. Yeah, this uses the new script. So if we go ahead and copy that, And then go to, I also need to add auto run into it as well, but for now, let's paste this in. We need to come up here. We need to turn on the microcontroller so that it can be broadcast to. With the traffic light controller. So we're going to do 455. We're set for cyan, but we're going to switch it to red. 455. So we're going to do colors. The green for this one. But anyways, we don't want this script running at the moment. So we're just literally gonna do that. There we go. So for now we have it set to just turn on the red, and that's it. Alright, so this will happen, time cycled and all of that on its own. Anyways, this can all be deleted because that doesn't matter. And there will be no script at the moment. However, we are going to do this. So what we're going to do is set it to do this. West / east. West east goes to. Will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then north south equals to 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So this is gonna print constantly. Keep it awake and term dot clear. And we'll do sleep 1 again. That will keep it going in the loop. And loop 1 can be removed for now because it's not needed. So what this would do, keep it looping and alive so it can continue to flash without losing power. That's all we have to do. Now, there's no other script at the moment because there's no other coding we need to do to this traffic light. Now we do need to go to user and create a new file and call it auto run. I believe it's .lua. Let's go here. Then go into here. It's just terrific. And now it will start automatically for us when the computer boots. Okay, let's head over there. Because the computer's... Okay. So if we go ahead and power on, it should just boot. There we go. Now we're set. For now, it's going to continue to flash because it's not ready to be put into regular mode yet. But yeah, the lights are on now and flashing, which are nice. Well, anyways, I'm going to head and end the stream here and go ahead and make another one of those update map videos that I tend to make on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned on that. This will also be posted there as well. If you want to watch this again or you missed it, if you're watching it already, then you know there'll be an update video coming soon if I haven't released it yet. But yeah, the lights are hooked up now, which is nice. These roads starting to slowly come together. As if it's just a flashing mode, just two yellows, single bolt frames and stuff. I'm actually just using the traffic control box for that. And powering it. There's no point of doing this advanced technology here. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this stream slash video, if you're watching it on the replay, I hope you guys give me a follow or whatever. Or subscribe on YouTube, whatever you need to do. Anyways, I'll see you guys in another episode. Or another stream.
It's easy to set a young heart on the run, to see it crashing out the sky, falling one by one. Walking alone on the coldest night. There's nothing I can ever say to change your mind. I gotta live without your love, we've said goodbye. There's nothing I can ever say to change your defeated by the dreams and the memories we've made. To see it crashing out the skies like a tidal wave down on me. Walking